Grand Rising, Grand Rising. We got 11 in the chat, 11 likes. Hey, y'all. See if I'm still got my pajamas on. And then I will be doing readings all day today. So hopefully everybody's doing good again. Grand Rising, Grand Afternoon. Welcome. Let's see what's going on with the collective. I just decided just get on here and just do a reading and see what's going to come up in the reading. So no special situation, just seeing what the energy is. As of today is what, Thursday, so it's not even the weekend yet, but we're going to see exactly what the energy is. Since all the treasure box readings that I have been doing have been very heavy, and especially they have had me thinking about the Jim Jones situation, especially let's say if everything that they're telling me about this Jim Jones situation, the one that was the mass murderer, right, with the that was involved with the cult thing, if his energy can distribute a mass amount of people at one time because of how he made people commit murder and then exactly what they were drinking, that's not a good thing. Okay. Because, and then they also want me to put out the word, like the thing about the Kool-Aid. And so remember, the majority of the people that got that was in that cult were people of my color, and he made them drink Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is a drink that we know when it comes to all my people that has been degrading. I would say been degrading. When you sit there and you think about it, the more when you're a kid, you try to just drink and eat everything. But now when you get to a spiritual side, you realize everything that they were feeding you and everything that they were giving you, regardless to the clothes that you wear, to to everything that they have created when it comes to us living our day-to-day lives, and especially the ones that are put there to make fun of a certain race. Or I see where this is not good for our people. Because let's just say when a mass murders are automatically tied to when I told you we all been watched, okay? And the Illuminati and the Freemasons and the Skull and Bones knew of the ones that were the mass murders, right? Again, Ted Bundy was a part of Skull and Bones. They recruit these people, or again, they have certain people set up to take part of certain things. So these people also, any mass murderer is going to not go from being religious. They ain't about that religion shit, right? They're going to go, that means that this person transgression somewhere out of the religion, and they got some type of form, some type of knowledge about, that's putting them in I wouldn't even, it's kind of hard for me to explain because I'm not a mass murderer, but that they get some type of upgrade too. Just like how we get an upgrade when it comes to spirituality and us going from religion and stuff. They get certain downloads and certain information that helps them be who they are and carry out whatever purpose, the sick, crazy ass purpose that they have, they get downloads too. So these people also have these secret societies and these chains where they link up with these people and they give them certain information to make their mass murders or their murders be more meaningful, where it would benefit them later on. Okay? So if in that reading they were telling me if the elixirs that whatever that is that they gave them Kool-Aid, and they put in all the poison and stuff, it was also a magic potion that was put in there. I'm hearing to grasp people's souls. It was a mix. It's just, it was something that was there to grasp people's souls. And since these people are using their free will to take themselves out to worship this man, it's a different type of energy. Like, think about like the cartoons, like all the cartoons that they, even Freddy Krueger, who Freddy came out. Freddy Krueger, when he kills somebody, he get all the souls that come. You see all the souls leaving the little boys and stuff, and they going and all inside his body, and he turning into be powerful. Same type of reference of what I'm saying when it comes to these people that were being committing these mass murders when in the back in the day, especially when the energy was different. You got to remember that energy level back then was at a higher vibration because there was not a lot of people that was on spirituality, just the hippies and stuff back then. And the Muslims that in the United States, that's all I'm gonna say. The hippies and the Muslims. They were the only ones that knew that was in a different type of energy outside of everybody else because they was still back then was tied to religion and going and living the book lifestyle and all that. So just imagine the advantage that the elite and the Illuminati and these people had when it comes to controlling energies because everybody still was a deer in headlights back then. Okay, so that's why I said there's a lot of things that they have already done to try to stop us from moving forward because they already had these plans in place. They already had certain people that was willing to do certain things to just make sure that certain energies and certain things happen when it comes to these spells and these magics. And they told I like pull it back. And for me, I feel like this is a setup for my people because really the only person that really drink Kool-Aid still right now is black folks. And then again, sugar. Sugar is not a good substance that you're supposed to be drinking. And they making me realize that with my coffee because I went to start back to, once I started drinking coffee, I was going back and using sugars, but I stopped using the sugar and went to creamer. So you always try to find substitutes when your ancestors tell you eliminate certain things because like I told you, there are certain substances and certain chemicals that they put in your foods to help these spells and this magic last longer than what they do. And then some of them are giving you products that already got magic spells in it. You don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers is over there whipping up in their factories, and these are the ones that's pulling these motherfucking strings. And then again, remember, they are the ones that can export and import. They shipping shit out. They know, okay, let's send this truck over here to Flint, Michigan, of this unhealthy. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's send this over here to this suburb. Somebody needs to eliminate drinking Kool-Aid because I feel like it's going to be a setup. It is going to cause, if this is the way that Jim Jones eliminated people, this is the way that he going to come back. And that was an experiment. Mask Off playing in the background by Future. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. Again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you have been here for a while, thank you for supporting me. We got 55 in the chat. We got 33 likes. So that's something to keep in consideration. So if that is, yeah, they're telling me that, especially my people, to stop the Kool-Aid, bro. Because it's gonna be a way that they whatever energy that they're kicking up, it's gonna, like, for example, Bird Box. So let's say if they're wanting me to throw Bird Box in reference, because I told you whenever these dignities, whenever these dignities that are attached to these people start activating in the bad way, like I said, it's gonna be just like Bird Box. So again, if you're already drinking certain things, you don't know what they got in this shit, right? That's why I said, this is where that we have to really be cautious because you don't know what they giving you. You don't know what they giving you, right? And so if you're taking and you're drinking this and you're drinking this and they're shipping it to certain sections because they know that you hold this type of energy in your area, they're gonna undercoverly do this shit behind the scenes, right? Same way that they give people cancer and they was giving people AIDS and how they gave, the Tuskegee Airmen, the syphilis and gave the 80 babies and the end of the 70 babies and the 90s babies, the chicken pox shot, and it automatically had herpes for them to get in the mouth, and then told you that you have fucking cold sores and mono because they was fucking giving you the chicken pox shot and it gave you herpes in the mouth. That was the second experiment after the Tuskegee Airmen with the syphilis. That's what they decided to do because, again, they also knew that a lot of gods and pharaohs that was 70 babies, 80 babies, and 90 babies was coming up. They was being born, so they was like, okay, what way are we gonna make them less attractive? So again, just to take out that one god that's only living in a town full of 20,000 people, they'll give everybody that motherfucking shot just to kill that one and eliminate the other 19,999 just for that one. And this is what they've been doing. So that's one reason why they don't even test anymore when it comes to herpes in the mouth, because they know they fucking what they did with the chicken pox shot, and they was getting caught up. So that's the reason why they cut that shit out and they start saying, oh, it's a cold sore. Oh, it's you got mono. Remember a lot. I remember while I'm sitting there thinking about this shit now, when I was in junior high. When I was in junior high, I was 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12 years old, going 13 years old, going into 7th grade. 12, 13 in that age. I remember like our half of the whole school are in athletics, like the girls was getting mono and the boys was getting mono, and I was like, what the fuck? Damn, you already kissing, like I'm sitting here like, why you all up in their mouth like that? You know what I'm saying? So, but still, it was just like, and then some people was like, I haven't even been kissing anybody and I'm just getting it. We was still taking the chickenpox shots and still back then. And when I sit there and really fucking sit there and when you go back and you sit there and really think about that, you think about all the shots. Remember, they had, back when I was kid, you had to take about, the shots that these kids take now ain't compared to the shots that we had to take back then. I remember I remember every fucking time, like every other month, every 2 months, every 3 months, having to go get shots at a certain time frame. But they cut that shit away because, again, a lot of people are signing those papers. I refuse to allow you to give my child these vaccinations because they catching the game. This is the shit that a lot of people still are an illusion and like hidden with a veil and don't even know what's going on, right, in the background. So if that's the case with this Jim Jones stuff, if you're watching this, remove yourself from the fucking drinking the Kool-Aid, because I feel like it's gonna be like you drinking it and then it's gonna just turn the person, especially if they already have dignities that's already attached to them. And again, they're targeting certain people with these certain experiments because they know, like I told you the other day, I said what they want is to create a war. And I feel like they want to start it with my people first, because my people don't know who they are. And since they know we have certain gifts that other species and other people don't have, they're going to try to make it seem like we are more evil than what we really are. So, but again, shit is backfiring on them because, again, a lot of these Caucasians that have been born in the United States from the beginning, when they were taking my ancestors inside of their home, start crossbreeding to make their bloodline more stronger, which also gave them the availability to have melanin in their body, in their skin. So again, the ones that can sunbathe and all that stuff, you also Raw. And one thing with Raw and Lucifer, Raw said, even though what Raw's in Lucifer's big argument was, they're going to betray you because their blood is not like ours. But Lucifer would always say, but if I'm you, then they are you too. And your blood should activate before everybody else's. They knew that. And that's when they start giving you certain foods to change you. That's one reason why McDonald's is made more for reptilian species, because they have the body parts in their hamburger meats and their sausage meat, because it's feeding their cannibalism under hidden radar. So like I said, I didn't come here to play. I came here to save you and stop. Are we going to go to war? Yes, we are. But I'm here to help you grasp the understanding of everything so you can understand why and what was going on that they've been covering up from the back end, to make you go out and retaliate and act a certain way, because they have already been genetically and initially engineering and doing all this shit to fuck you up in the background and cause this bigger war than what it needs to be. So like I said, I'm here with the Care Bear stare. I don't care what color you is, just know fair is fair, right? And fair is fair, and the truth has to come out. And as long as the truth comes out, it sets everybody free. Regardless if that truth is gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt regardless of what color you are, because again, the biggest thing you gonna heard about is that these motherfuckers been lying and they've been manipulating everybody regardless, and that should make everybody mad. That should be the first tick that should be mad, that should go off. And see, this is how they read. This is how Raw and all of them gonna read everybody else's energy when it comes to everybody else's this race. If you first sign that they see is aggression, saying, oh, I want to kill that motherfucker because they more superior than me, if that's the first reaction and it ain't, oh, these motherfuckers been lying to us, my whole life been a lie, it's going to be two different. That's how you're going to weed out who is who. And that's why they created these fucking machines, to read your energy, to see where you are, give you these foods, see whose species is really more dominant when it comes to this species. Like I told you, survival of the fittest. You're going to have to always go back to Charles Darwin, because we still living in this Charles Darwin experiments life. Shit, he killed all his kids. Do you feel me? But everything he did, shit, look how long ago it is, and look where we are now. People still don't even know who that motherfucker is. So look at all the covering up that has been done. So at the end of the day, we're getting ready to get pushed. 2022 is gonna push a whole different type of energy, because it's 6 energy and it's a lot of past shit. So just imagine if this is the year that represents past. 6 represents past harmony, and so you gonna remember everything what they have done. So just imagine you having a total recall. That's what I'm gonna call it. The year of 2022 is the year of total recall. Switching them positions for you. That's what's getting ready to happen. And you're going to act, your genetics is going to be activated for you to have a total recall year. So you're going to remember shit that you was not supposed to remember, because they've been feeding your ass and sending these brave waves and all this stuff to hypnotize you and make you look dumb and be stupid and be in a control system and don't think outside the box, stay in the box. But guess what? They can't do all that anymore. So that's, again, I told you, it's a process of elimination. Okay, we already know what this year holds. Okay, let's see how many people we can get out of here with gets going to use their free will to take this shot. Okay, So this shot is going to do, we already know what we put in this shot for this COVID. So we already know that if we do this and we put this in this food, it can genetically fuck up their body because we put this chemical in this shot. So it could fuck up their heart. And like they know what the fuck they doing. They know what they doing. Just believe me, they know what they doing. They over there like, okay, let's see, let's give this shot in the people that are allergic to pineapples. Like they're doing creative shit in these Dr. and Jekyll hospitals, in these fraternities, in these schools. They are playing. And they've been playing. And they getting caught up. Okay. But like I told you, they already know what's going. They already know Jim Jones was their best. That was their win right there. That was their win right there. Marilyn Manson, they couldn't. I mean, Charles Manson, not Marilyn Manson. Something could be going on with Marilyn Manson, but Charles Manson, they couldn't control his ass. They couldn't use him like he was more. That motherfucker right there, he knew he was, they needed him. Pretty much that's how he when he stood himself in front of them, they knew that they needed him. Now, the rest of them, they all was like dummies, but they was still in their own little thing. But him, Charles Manson, run on his own frequency. Okay? And he didn't listen to nobody. Yeah, if he would say he still did whatever he wanted to fucking do. So I'm just telling you, the stuff that I've been hearing about this serial killer shit is getting ready to really happen. So if Jim Jones ass can distribute in mass people, that could be like you could start seeing a lot of people getting poisoned. It's gonna do with everything that has to do with the mouth, since they drunk it. So there could be a lot of serial killer chefs, people that's working in restaurants. Oh, bro, the stuff that you put in your mouth, just put it like that. I feel like that's where it's gonna hit first. Mm. Yeah. It's gonna be restaurants, because they gotta go. So when you do, like, it's like a mimicking energy. So if you go out a certain way, you got to come back in that certain way. So like, in order for you to, like, they have to use the same patterns that they use to take these people. So again, they drunk they drunk Kool-Aid. He also made them people detox. He did something. I could sworn that he. If anybody knows, please answer that question for me. I'm gonna have to sit down and try to find some documents. I could have sworn that he also had them people detoxing. Like there was something that he had them doing when it comes to their eating, because they had their own form. I remember they had their own form, because I remember that girl's story. She said she had to run through that whole form in order to try to get out. And then weren't they by like a they were on some type of ancient land. There was a pyramid somewhere where they were by. They are making people who are not N-word banned from restaurants. What are you trying to say, Lovely Reese? Okay. Yeah, but damn, I wish I just had one motherfucking Jim Jones fanatic in this damn this chat. Be like, yes, Larasha, you're vegan. Okay, so did they make them be vegan? Oh wait. Okay, so you said vegan. People that are not vaxxed, they can't go inside the restaurants already. Okay, so Jim Jones did make them people eat a certain way, and I could have sworn that they had their own form. I feel like they were also in ancient land, and there was a pyramid. There was a pyramid or something that they were by. That's why Jonestown. Keep navigating your pathway. So there was a temple that was there already. So this is why I'm saying. So there was a there they were on a pyramid. You know what they said? I need to do it, bro. It's a pyramid out there. And I won't say it was in the center of the camp. I will say it was behind it. So that's the reason why he made them people go over there like that, because there was one of those. It's the Aztec. Okay, I'm gonna have to read on this later. Y'all, if y'all see my face lit up. But what I was gonna say was pharaohs. Like if you are a pharaoh, they said that you need to just get a map. And even though the maps are wrong, you will still be able to pinpoint out where certain things are, right? So I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna see if that shit really works. I haven't did. That's the only thing that I haven't did yet, because I get so frustrated with the fake maps and all this shit. Already, that shit just pisses me off. So I wonder if that's still, if it's something that I will still be able to do, because that's one of the gifts that a pharaoh has, since this is their land. They should be able to like pinpoint like everything. But I know that there is a fucking pyramid there. Or it was a Stargate. That also has to do with Atlantis too. There was a Stargate there. That's the reason why he was able to do that shit. Oh, bro, that was a Stargate. Okay. So, which movie is that? Okay, remember that movie? What fucking movie was that, or what TV series that is? Where they had those Vikings, and those Vikings was over there, and they were trying to go to that Indian land. And when the Vikings hit that Indian land, they started shooting them bow and arrows, and those Vikings knew that they could not get to that Indian land, so they started doing those rituals on the land. They start calling out their gods, and he started making them kill each other and fight each other to sacrifice one another. What movie was that? That's just like that situation that happened with it. They did that to push that energy for to so they could have access to that portal, that Stargate portal. And I bet you that portal leads to Georgetown in Texas. Oh, bro. Okay. Oh man. I don't know if it's that movie. I don't remember it being called that movie. Damn, what was it that I was watching? No, I don't remember it was called that. It's called something different. Bro, that's a fucking Stargate that they had, and that's how they got to. But it has to still be active. I think that they were also putting something in the soil too when they with their forms when they were digging up the ground or whatever they were putting in the ground was it. It also pushed a certain vibration too, like an illusion energy. So okay, so then I'm seeing like what they're showing me right now. Anybody that's in the military or whatever, let's say if you, what is it, I won't say it's gas, but it's like a gas, but it's not going to be gas because you can see the gas coming up. But whatever they had in the soil, it was like, it's like a energy holding, like it's like a, oh bro, I see like mist coming out of the ground, like it's like a, it was like a, oh, like spores, yes, like spores. There you go, like spores. That's what it was. Whatever they were putting in the ground, it made it just like it was spores. Like it was spores coming up. Okay? Um and then it causes like a vapor. Yes, vapor is another good word. Vapor. There we go. Vapor. It's like a vapor. So whenever these people, whenever they would try to run away, it will cause them to be like, it was like an illusion glass, a vapor illusion glass gas that they had that was in the bottom of the fertile, which was on the food too. Oh, bro. That's why the motherfuckers was so quick to giving up that drinking that Kool-Aid. You still need gas. Look. Yep. Mm. Another thing is, okay, so they're showing me like Harry Potter. Okay, so how Harry Potter, what is that, the Gauntlet, when they did the little maze? Oh, so like how it was in Harry Potter when they did the little motherfucking maze. Okay, so you remember how that little mist and shit was steeping up on them and they was running and all that shit? It was just like that. They showed me that type of scenario. But again, Whenever these people were running in these mazes, they saw it as fun because it made them like it was like their own like treasure hunt. Like it was like a treasure hunt to them. Like if these people, okay, so let's say if they're in a crop of Gaia and these people are hallucinating, if they're pushing vapors to have these people to hallucinate, it's the mystical jungle as well. That's why nobody can get on it. The Stargate. Oh, bro. So when these kids, okay, so I heard kids. I was getting ready to say people. So there was kids there. So there could have been kids they were using like a maze. And these kids would whatever the vapors that these kids was good in getting, it was helping them unlock certain pathways. I'm seeing like I keep seeing like people in these fields and they're running, and it's just like they're saying it's just like how the Harry Potter thing is, and they're running, but they're hallucinating while they're doing it, and it's getting them through like certain traps. If it's a majestical forest, there's certain traps and certain creatures that are there. So they have to give them the hallucination gas in order for them to stay on the land. So if they saw anything, it was like they were hallucinating, but in real life, they were really seeing them. Oh, bro. It was more people in that camp than what they said. They used half of them people to get through those mazes. Um, that story is deeper than what they say it is. Just know that they're showing me these kids. And they was not just kids, they were using the tribe kids to do this. So while they were on Jonestown, it was also like a a cover up on what they were doing to the tribe members that were there already as well. Mm, okay. So that's another part that the government is hiding. They did a lot of rituals on that land to try to open up the Stargate. Like they couldn't open it. Regardless of how many people that they sit there and tried to put in front of the portal, they couldn't open it. There's also a certain animal that's there that they were scared of. There's a mantis uh seer over there. Um okay, so this there's a mantis animal. Let me see which one it is. Hold on. They're showing me there. So like there's an animal that it's not like an animal, it's like half animal and half insect that is like the protector over there too. And it comes from out of the ground. It moves like a tank, or it holds like a tank. Okay. Or the tank couldn't take it out. That's what they're telling me. Like they try to use the military and the tank couldn't take it out. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Oh. So we have the rhino and then we have the lizard spirit. Lizard spirit is mantis's energy as well. I heard that this animal is the last animal that has a certain stone that the government needs. Ooh. Okay, so is there anything going on in Guana right now? Is there anything going on in Guana right now? Because they could still be trying to kill the same motherfucker that they've been trying to take out since then. Ghana. Ghana. I mean, is it Guana? What is it called? Not Guana. Not Guana. Not Guana. Not Guana. Where is this shit at? Jonestown is in. Yeah, I was right. Guyana. Okay, so who there's getting ready to be some stuff that's getting ready to happen in that area because they're trying to take down this creature that they've been trying to take down since Georgetown, and they used it as a diversion. But it was also, again, they have to do it all at once because they thought that they were going to be able to kill this thing. They can't kill it because it has some type of shield. Okay, so if they shoot a tank at it and they don't fucking think it, so like it has like a rhino shield. So I when I saw it, but it comes out the fucking ground. So I wonder if the top part of his the thing is like the dirt thing, but if it looks like a rhinoceros, and then it moves like a lizard. But it has some type of jewel suppressed on its body, and it could fly. It changes with the weather. Okay, it change. Okay, I just heard it changes with the seasons. Bro, these government people is full of shit, dude. I sometimes I be sitting there thinking about all the shit that they be fucking covering up. They just be like they be like no telling like the Loch Ness monster and all this shit. No telling with all they got. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting to me. Let me go back into chat so I can see what y'all saying. I want to see if y'all know if there is anything that's going on right now there. Yeah, it seemed to me like it's a motherfucking dinosaur. It's some type of dinosaur or something. But it could fly, it could go in the ground, and that motherfucker can charge. It goes under the ground, it flies as well. And but it has a shield like where it's a thick shield that they can't break through it. It probably is a shapeshifter because if it's something that the mantises, remember the mantises is the reptiles. So if it's one of the last animals that has to do with the mantises is gonna build that shit for no destruction at all because the mantises has the whole tremors. The tremors fly? Shit, I was say, wait a minute, did the motherfucker start flying? I was like, I remember that shit when I was a kid. I was like, wait a minute, them bitches start flying? Oh, hell no, bro. Uh, yeah, something like the Witcher show. You right. Yeah, the Tremors was flying. Oh, bro. I need to go back and get caught up on them bitches. I remember watching that shit when I was a kid. I was like, we can outrun them. I would have jumped over here and jumped over here and jumped over here. Bro, yeah, right. They getting ate up. Whatever it is over there standing strong. That's all I'm gonna say. Shit. Okay, how long was the Jim Jones shit? That been over 50 years already? When was that shit? 5 deaths. Look, it said I saw 5 deaths when I tapped into this. Hold on. When was this shit? Okay, so it was November the 18th. Oh shit. So this is just the end of the year energy. 1978. A total of 909 people died. So then it says 909, and then it says in a total of 918 individuals died in Jonestown. First, you just said 909, and then down here you say 119, 100. I mean 918. So, like I told you, it was more than what they said. Because they was already using kids. See, they were injected with poison. So 70 or more individuals were injected with poison, and a third of the victims, 304, were minors. Mm. Bro, they was using them kids for a fucking Harry Potter and a fucking what's that motherfucking Mockingbird situation, bro? And nobody knew about it. That's what that movie originated off of. You want to be for real? That's what that movie originates off of. That's what they were showing me. The mystical forest. Like, I don't got no words for these motherfuckers, bro. At all. Yeah, all this shit is crazy, bro. I ain't never asked for no gifts like this. I told you I wanted what I wanted to be was a motherfucker. I wanted to be the first woman NFL coach. That's what I wanted to do. I ain't asked for being no. I knew when I was making those informations and putting the shit out in this, when I was wishing when I was a child, I knew I was a queen. I knew I was a queen. I knew I was queen. I remember sitting in my living room saying, I am not supposed to be in this house, like in my head, and saying I'm supposed to be at a higher status than that. And I remember that. And I was in elementary school when I was having those thoughts. So I was just like, I didn't think I was gonna end up being a weird lady. Mommy, there goes the creepy lady that talks to herself in ghost. Oh, oh, bro. Never in my life did I think about any of this shit. Like, it was never supposed to go this way. Shit. I would have thought I would have been a stripper before this shit. Popping that cat or something, like, for real. I never put my hand to doing any of this shit at all. Okay? Sorry. Just gotta think about it. You get put in crazy shit. But again, I'm an old soul that been here from the beginning, so I know a lot of area. Even though if I like, that's one reason why I feel like I'm a part of the reason why they stopped COVID, because Rasha was traveling. I was bro. I when I told my family, I said, look, we need to go put our energy on these other places. I started getting my family to go. I got Imhotep to get on into Grand Canyon, and that's when shit changed. It was like, we gotta start doing shit, because that was the first time he ever got to Texas in his life, and he over the age of 30. So I was just like, and remember, Umotep is he's the constructor. He's the one that is the architect of everything. So again, they needed to keep him still in the same place and not get him outside of his state or outside of his surroundings. Because once he did that, his energy changes. So when they did that, bro, I swear I was my brother's keeper right there. And then they took out his best friend, and that just changed his whole spiritual fucking awaken. And I was just like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, I had my brother right there. And I mean, like, had him right there. And they just sit there and just took his best friend out, and then and then they took mine out, and I was just like, all right, all right, all right. It is what it is. It is and you. That's how you know. That's how you know when when you start switching shit and they don't want you start waking up certain people. They start and depending on how these other pharaohs are living their lives, they will use them as a pawn. And depending on what these pharaohs did during their childhood, or these gods did during their childhood, it plays a big factor on how they use them when it's time for them to be in this leadership. And so, fortunately, a lot of people make wrong choices at their younger age. And I was one of those people because I was old soul. And then also I'm sitting here trying to catch up. Because I've been gone. ISIS is so been gone for 3,000 centuries. Every time I think about that shit, just makes me cringe. Ugh. Oh shit. So just imagine everything that they have done since my soul been gone. 3,000 centuries. And y'all wonder why shit is fucked up? That was one day when they told me, they was like, we're finally gonna tell you how long you've been gone. I cried. I was like, wait a minute. I started trying to count all that shit. I was like, well, what happened 3,000 centuries ago? Shit, this shit, they already start taking all that shit now. You can't even find any of that shit no more. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, bro. 3,000 centuries. You 3,000. You write three. The Trinity. They said, shit, we gonna take she gonna make sure she ain't gonna have no, he can't have no kids for 3,000 years. We're gonna take the Trinity out the situation for 3,000 years. 3,000. Don't forget there's two X and zeros over there. I ain't got enough hands and fingers to make these zeros. Oh shit, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Man, because I left. Once I got, okay, so they exiled me once okay. So the pyramid they have, it's called the Mount Rushmore, the real Mount Rushmore, where it has the pharaohs. And they have, it's two over here on this side and two over here on this side. And old uh 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 Olympic days and the Egyptian days. Remember, so just like, let's say when you run track, you know how they have the little stadium, they have the little thing that you stand on when you get your medals, and it says first place, second place, third place. So back then, first place is right here. Second place is right here. Third place is right here. And fourth place is right here. When Napoleon, them bitch asses, went over there to go look over there at the Egyptian pharaoh pyramids and stuff, and they saw that our nose, when it comes to our people, is a representation of something that stays, that carries over regardless of how many times that our nose and our lips carry over, regardless of how many times we cross over. He decided to allow his men to shoot up our statues, to remove the nose and to remove the mouth. When they got to the real route, Mount Rushmore, Isis is the one that has the whole body cut off and is shut off. All you see is the bottom of my knees and my feet. And the rest of them, you see the other three men. Because I was in first place. So again, once they found out my last lifetime of who I was, they exiled my ass. Because I won the whole Colosseum race. And Cleopatra energy. Isis is a reincarnation of Cleopatra. That's the reason why you cannot find her fucking last tomb. That was my last lifetime. And started off at Isis. That's where it started off at. And you reincarnated over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like I told you, I already know where I come from. They already know I know all this shit. And I'm the only person that say this shit. So they already know. They are the only person that gonna know this shit is the person that is the person. Raw did not want me to come back. But I made a pact with certain species because of what stuff was going on. And I wanted to revive my contracts with, because I was a great queen to a lot of these pharaohs and these guys that got stuck here. And as a great queen, you're supposed to come back and resurrect those gods and those queens' souls. So that's the first time I really sat down and just talked about everything, because now I feel like I'm more comfortable to talk about it than I was before. But it is what it is. Like I said, the governments know. Our cartouche, every time when the pyramids, they got the cartouche that they have on the walls in the Grand Canyon. Every time we reincarnate, our name automatically comes in the little cartouche by itself. That's how they keep records of who we are. That's why, they don't want you in the fucking Grand Canyon. You talk about trauma. Like I told you, as a divine feminine, it's a lot easier than what we tend to think it is, because of the damage that we have gotten from our masculines. But like I told you, undercoverly, we are really winning, even though it seems like we're not. We are. And it's just the energy that they have made masculine in. It's hard for a masculine to admit that, because they move off of pride and ego. So it is what it is. Like I told you, I'm way ahead of my time. One girl said the other day, she said, "Damn, you look like you've been lapped. You lapped a couple of times." She said, "You looks like you've been lapping a couple of times." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" She's like, You could tell that you have ran shit back then." I said, and she said, "And you're overlapping certain people when it comes to certain things." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." Like, it's a lot of stuff that I don't say because I can't say it because I don't. It's a lot I keep to myself. Like I said, I keep to myself, and it's a lot of people that still, even if they are guys that's walking this journey beside me, they still don't understand me 100%, or they will never understand me 100%. Especially when you the one of the motherfuckers that's the first ones that come here. And then I've been gone for so long. So again, that's a whole different. So the way they see, like I told you, they were expecting for me to be evil when I came back. And that did not work that way. Osiris more tapped to the unknown and the dark, because yeah, that's the way that they took his ass out. He got confined to the underworld, which was a part of the reptilians. So that's where he mowed after he got they that his whole life force was done. He had the only body that he can go into after that was a reptilian transformation. Yeah, and jinns are not the reason why people don't like jinns, because jinns are just like Venom energy. That's the reason why we're so scared of jinns. But jinns in actuality are sorcerers of protecting. They're protectors. Point blank. Period. Right. So they're a mixture of mantis and Anunnaki energy, that is holding strong through that person's blood line. Whenever you were a jinn, then on top of that, you, like I told you, shit, that animal is jinn. That's the reason why they can't fuck with that animal. Oh, bro. falling deep with the quicksand. That's the reason why. Like I told you, them mantises, motherfuckers, they smart, bro. You know what? Rob ain't gonna like me whenever I say all that shit. Like when all this shit go, we needed them. I don't give a fuck what they say. What they say, they probably get mad at me about that. But we needed their asses because them motherfuckers right there, they think a wholly, even though they confine their bloodline to get used and be considered as something that was geekish and less enticing and less appealing. Them motherfuckers is really smart. They're smart, and I would say they're smart, bro. Them they're smart. They are very smart, and they're smart. With the way that they move and they do certain things, they're smart. And that could be one reason why the Greys got upset, because the Greys were the ones that were the brains before the Mantises came in. And once the Mantises came, the Mantises switched everything. And remember, the Greys, the Reptilians had a hold of the Greys because that was the two that start mating to creating their species when there were not enough Anunnaki to mate. There was some Anunnaki that did go on the journey when Lucifer betrayed the Anunnaki, but once that second war happened, we was over here trying to revive Lucifer's soul because his soul was already fucking gone. And we got stuck. So we had to sign contracts in order to try to get his soul back. And that's when you start seeing the stories of Raw's family members come in to all different sides of the town, the parts of the world, and all that stuff, because we were supposed to be the seers, because we were at that time were the strongest. But again, we were signed to contracts to mate in order to get his soul back. They don't want to tell y'all about that story. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff that they hid back. I don't want to say stuff because I know like a lot of people take certain things, they watch your videos and they take certain things and then they try to make themselves be stuff. So my ancestors has me hiding a lot of information until I get face to face with these motherfuckers. So once I get face to face with them and I start saying certain things that they know, nobody will know that but you. That's why I don't talk about a lot of stuff. People say, well, why she don't say a lot of stuff? Because no, I know that there's certain people that consider themselves as me. I'm not going to give you shit so you can use it and try to sit there and say that you're me. I'll give you a little bit of pieces of everything that I know that they want me to give to you. But there's a lot of stuff that is held inside. So today is the longest that I have ever just sit here and just talked and spoke about a lot of stuff, right? But like I told you, they already know who you are. They've been knowing that shit since they've been knowing since you came out your mama coochie. Shit. They already knew that shit before that because they knew to watch certain bloodlines. That's one reason why they gave you the certain last name, so they can watch certain bloodlines, because they knew certain people will incarnate in those last names of certain bloodlines. Yeah, they still playing. It's okay though. I told you they had already programmed it to self-destruct. We in this Skylark shit. Skynet or whatever the fuck you call it. Tumerator. I mean Tumerator. Shit, that could be. But Terminator. Skynet shit. Somebody said, what is it? Indigo, the singing tarot. She said, every time you talk, it's like that. It activates things in me. And yes, people have been pretending to be me. Yeah, well, I'm a voice. I'm supposed to trigger and activate y'all because of who I am. That's another thing. That's it's gonna be that way automatically. Anybody that's a god or a pharaoh, their energy is gonna show itself. There's not a you don't there's you, like I told you, there's not a lot. There's so many people that have to persuade people to make them seem that they are something that they're not. And when you really walk that walk and that's really who you are, you there's not a lot that you have to do to back who you really are, right? Yeah, they did. Another thing is that like a lot of things that I put in the basket is things that I hear when I'm just sitting here, and I'll put in the basket, or if I have a certain situation that they know that they're telling me, they're keeping me informed with. If I hear it, my ancestors tell me to put it in the basket. And the other day I put in the basket, the government is embarrassed about how much soul swiping that they have done. So that was something that they made me put in the basket. So anything that happens like that, where they give me those messages like that, it goes in the basket. So they right now at this point, they could be they're embarrassed because of how much soul swiping that they have done, especially with Kevin Gates, bro. They made that motherfucker come back looking stupid, but again, they made him come back looking stupid so people pay attention to him. But what is he using? Indian feathers. Our people have to pay attention to the disrespect that they're doing, but they're also giving you certain codes and certain hidden informations, messages to make you understand what's going on, or try to, if they're gonna tell you any type of truth, they're gonna make fun about telling, they're gonna give you they're gonna make fun about it. They're gonna give you the truth in a funny way that's gonna piss you off, because again, Kevin Gates been cloned. But now every time he come, he got a motherfucking bun on top of his head. He look more like a girl. He got a fucking Indian hairpiece wrapped around. He wear it on his hair all the time, but it's representing who he is as far as when it comes to them taking his blood and cloning it. That man is not the same person. He don't even look the motherfucking same, bro. Same thing with Gucci Man. None of them. Gucci Man shit. He can't even fuck his whole jawline. He can't even. He when he laugh, he just like this. Nigga, like you just had some motherfucking a whole fucking new denture system, like a fucking false teeth or something. You George Washington this bitch. Like what the fuck? Like that's how you know when they switch their ass off. Like you can't even, this don't even fucking change. Like you can't even go like this, sir. That's what they should tell him. Go like this. Move your whole shit around. Can you swallow and move your jaw? If you can't do none of that shit, and it's just, and that's just it. Who is you, nigga? That's why I said they can't do. Man, no, I cannot. I can't do it, bro. I have a lover that is in jail till to this day, and they gave him over 20 something years, and I'm a totally different person from where I am now. And he gets on my page, and he'll send me a message, and he like, you my Miss Cleo, and you looking real good now. Yeah, nigga, back then hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. You was going over here to this bitch over here that looked like that was 300 more pounds than I was. And now you know, like I'm sitting here thinking about all my exes, like them coming at me. But with him, I won't even talk to him because I think his ass is cloned. Bro, you've been locked up for too long, bro. How do I even know you? It's you talking to me. You ain't supposed to have no motherfucking phone. What are you doing? Like, no, bro. That all that shit like that be set up. If I can't, even with the, I can't fool. Like if they go in there I'm serious. If they, even with my masculines, if they go in jail and they go in jail, if they get locked up, they go to jail. I look at them different because I know the cloning system of how it is. No, bro, I'm gonna have to bag. Give me 50 feet real quick. Because let me see real quick shit. Let me see. Yeah, bro. Mm-mm. And my family know I'm serious. I don't fuck with none of my family members that just got out of jail. I know you the first motherfuckers or any of my friends in the back day. All I say is talk to you through social media. How you doing? What's up? What's good? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I have seen some things and I'm not. I seen no, I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. With my last relationship, one big thing was the height thing. Got hit. I knew his height, and then when we went to go to the doctor, his ass was 4 inches shorter. I said, "Oh no." I said, "How is that fucking possible, bro?" Oh yeah, bro. So this was the ending of our breakup. That right there was the nail in the there was nail in the coffin. So that I knew my ancestors had me walk away on that day. I said, yeah, bro, let me get the fucking boy out of here. Shit. Yeah, no, you ain't who you say you is. And the nurse knew. The nurse looked at me. So this is how I know, because like I'm ISIS. They already know who I am because I've been in the same motherfucking community for a while. So for the same area. So the nurse even looked at me when she marked him. And she was like, so you 4 inches shorter? And he was like, I guess so. And he tried to look at me and I was like, so I'm sitting back like this. And she looked at me, she said, that's just kind of odd. And she was an older German lady. And I knew right then, because they had me looking up. I was at that time I was going back over Hitler stuff. And I knew right then, I was like, lady, you just helped save my motherfucking life. But I've been on it. Thank you. I said, yo, it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna have this gonna hurt me do walk away, but guess what? I gotta walk away from this shit. Yeah, bro, I ain't trying to get caught up in nothing. Bro, I told you gotta pay attention, man. I be on it. If I ain't on it, I got one of my ancestors over here like slapping my head or in my ear saying, bitch, you better wake up. Pay attention. Shoot. Oh, bro. Oh, it ain't no way. How can you? And then you're a giant at that. You are already a giant. So how do you fucking go? I'm in a whole nother league. You can't catch me. Catch me if you can, motherfucker. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid. Catch me if you can. I used that shit through the whole time. Me and my auntie was using that name. That catch me if you can. She was a criminal, so that's the reason why she was using that shit. But I was saying, catch me if you can. She was on a whole nother. She was criminal. She's like, catch me if you can. But I was not a criminal. I liked the movie. So yeah, you gotta pay attention. I told y'all better shit. I was start doing with your kids, start marking their ass before they leave school and everything like that. Some of y'all, some people really do that shit. They take marks because they know that if they know that they're in a shapeshifter family, or if they know that they're in a clone situation, there's families that do that. They mark their kids every morning to see where they are, and to just to see where they are. Like, didn't I think she even did that in, it was a movie that somebody did that in too. I watched the movie and they did that, and I didn't understand why they were doing, but now I understand. Shit, it was kind of like an undercover shapeshifter movie. Bird Box. It was Bird Box when she was doing it. Okay, I knew it. I was getting ready to say Bird Box, and I was like, there was a movie where somebody was doing that, and I remember she had the little. Okay, so the little on the movie on the refrigerator, there's a painting that has a pyramid in the back of it. See, that's another thing I pay attention to. Like all the movies, they have to have some type of reference that has a pyramid, or it has to be some type of like it's they always have to have some type of symbols in order for them to make that movie be successful, or whatever energy that they're trying to distribute through that to make money off of that movie, right? I remember like the older movies that they used to have nothing but Pharaoh shit in it. Every movie had to have nothing but Pharaoh stuff in it. And I remember that. That shit is like every movie that you watch that had to have Pharaoh shit in it. And it's still that way, but they put it in little places that you can't see it. Hi, my name is Ted, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip shake is when the peppermint shake is available. It's late. I ain't did no reading. We just mumbling and jumbling. We talked about a lot here. The Jim Jones massacre, the things that I was seeing. Stay away from Kool-Aid, especially if you my people right now. All people that's watching this, stay away from fucking Kool-Aid. Because they're going to use it. But I am finna get off of here, and I'm going to go and do a treasure box reading. So I'm going to get me some water, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'll do a treasure box reading. I haven't drunk Kool-Aid in years. Yeah, don't drink none of that shit. Because it's going to push a Jim Jones type of situation. And they need the last Aztecs for this song to come on. This song reference to my Aztec masculine. And I said Aztecs earlier. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. We're gonna end this to 317 in the chat. We got 235 likes. Thank y'all to anybody that did donate to me. Make sure you do go to What's the Channel, Arasha, and subscribe there. And I'm gonna do a treasure box reading over there. Again, it got the names. I love y'all. Y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all soon.